Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from astrolada.com. Today, here with your beloved astrologer of Sidereal and ancient Babylonian astrology, Trifon Nikolov. Welcome back to the USA, Trifon. You had a couple of weeks to 3 weeks when you were relocating back with your family. Happy to have you back.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm back to USA now after some complex movings here and there. Yeah, whatever. The travel was okay. So I'm now back in Florida.
Ready to work, ready to give us your wisdom. So Trifon, today you're going to lead us through the next important astrological events that are happening over the next 1 month. Can you summarize for us?
Yes, there are several things that we will be talking about today, and these are mainly about Mars, what happens with Mars. There are important things, and also the solar eclipse that is coming soon. And also we will have stations of Mercury and Jupiter. So all those things are really important for everybody. So let's discuss them. First, in order, is the condition of Mars. Since 4th of July, Mars is a debilitated planet in sidereal scheme of the zodiac. And this is, of course, important. Mars is about to become so weak that he was not really long time like that. So he is now debilitated, being in Cancer. And second thing is that he will go slowly into opposition with Saturn, but technically he is already in opposition in the sidereal astrology. Because being in Cancer, Saturn is in the same time posited in the opposing sign in Capricorn. So we already have weak Mars opposed by Saturn, which makes it even much more difficult to express.
How long is that going to last for the next month and a half?
So this is especially the three levels of weakness. I am about to say the third level. The third level is his invisibility that will come in the end of the month. So those three levels of weakness will be through the end of July, actually, especially after 25th of June. In 25th of June, he becomes even weaker by starting to disappear. And he literally disappears the last day of the month or the 1st of July. Around that time, depends where you are on this planet. And so, difficult time for people related to Mars. Weak Mars is actually meaning more conflicts and anger, actually, because the planet Mars is actually the planet of strength. And we are assuming that strong people are those who are able to control themselves, to control their anger and power. And weak Mars will mean that inability of control someone's power. So this will mean conflicts. Time of anger and conflicts is indicated by Mars.
Outbursts and physical kind of
yes, every kind of conflicts, definitely. So Mars is in Cancer, so this will be definitely giving effect upon emotional and family life. Like, for instance, people who are born with debilitated Mars in Cancer, they are much more prone to bring their problems in their family, in their home. Coming inside, they're starting some conflict. So now this will be more accentuated. So more difficult time on emotional level. Of course, this will be also in some way also good, meaning that Mars is also planet of energy, so it will bring some emotional energy to be expressed. But with Saturn opposing, difficult expression can be expected. When Mars is also ruling many places in the chart for people, like especially ascendant. If you have, for instance, rising sign Scorpio in Sidereal, or in tropical, this will be Sagittarius. Or when you have rising sign Aries in Sidereal again, or in tropical Western astrology, this will be usually Taurus. So those people, they are about to go over much more difficulties right now, this month, especially in the second half of June and throughout, let's say, the middle of July. And for them, like for those who are, that I mentioned, Scorpio and Sagittarius in Western, this can be even things like troubles at work or health, because Mars is ruling their sixth house. For others, those who are ruled by with ascendant Aries or Taurus in tropical, it's not much easier because Mars is also happening to be their 8th house ruler. This can expose them to accidents, actually. So both situations for those people are not so easy. However, this will be mostly for those 2 months, like June and July. For everybody, for everyone else, also Mars is happening to rule different places in the chart, and this will be, of course, felt by everybody. So for instance, if you have Taurus rising in Sidereal and Gemini in Western astrology, then this can mean danger of losses or even betrayal and partnership problems, because this is your 7th house ruler, in a way. Then if you have Gemini rising like me in Sidereal or Cancer in tropical, then what is expected is that you can have some trouble, maybe health-wise, or some enmity, or even maybe some more difficulties at work. It's not impossible. 6th house ruler, and problems with friends, 11th house ruler. And then we can see that for people who are like Cancer rising in tropical astrology, this will be Leo. So for them, this will be connected probably with problems with children and problems with loved ones, and even some career-related issues. So let's list also the others. So Leo rising, which is in Western astrology, is Virgo. They will have clearly family troubles, family problems. Mars is happening to be the 4th house ruler. Also moral problems, moral issues. Virgo rising is maybe one of the more difficult positions because Mars is ruling the 8th house for them, so this is like dangerous time. Possibility of accidents. And problems with friendship also. If you have Libra rising, which is Scorpio in tropical Western astrology, then clearly these are financial and partnership issues. Already I mentioned Scorpio rising, which is Sagittarius in tropical. For them, it's like the most troublesome, like also with the Aries rising. And then Sagittarius Sidereal, which is Capricorn in Western. They can have problems with children and danger of betrayal, danger of financial losses, some romantic issues. because of the 5th and 12th house rulership of Mars for them. So also Capricorn rising in Sidereal, which is Aquarius, in tropical. Actually, this is again family issues, emotional travels. For Aquarius rising, which is Pisces in Western, these are career issues and communication or learning problems, maybe even troubles on the road. And finally, for people who are having rising Pisces in Sidereal and Aries usually in Western astrology, this is moral conflicts, moral problems and issues in first place. And some financial also, because Mars is happening to be their financial ruler. So in this way, there is no one who is not afflicted by this position somehow. That's why Mars debilitation and coming invisibility and the difficult aspect from Mars, from Saturn to him is all about bringing some more troubles for everybody. So we need to do something. What we can do actually? So we need to focus on Mars, on the principle of Mars. So everybody must focus more on the principle of strength, to be stronger. And this can be even quite literally, like I will recommend some more exercising. And also to think twice before enter some conflicting situation, because this time it can have a worse effect than usual. Also in ancient astrology, when Mars and Saturn are having difficult aspect to each other, they're forming something that is that can be named the place of failure. Now, the place of failure, the Arabic part of failure, is projected upon the world astrological chart and on the chart of everybody through the power of the transiting planets. It will be actually staying in the 7th house of everybody all the time. So by this, I will say that the biggest danger for everybody is to have some disruption of their harmony, balance, and partnership. Mm-hmm. Because of this opposition going on. But of course, this will have effect upon every possible topic for people. So this is one thing, Mars interacting in this way.
Well, what can it say about the military or the police? They're going to be more cruel?
Of course, this is bringing much more danger of conflicting and difficult situations involving security forces, the army, the police. We can expect more troubles, definitely more violence. Yeah, on every level, including about terrorism, about wars, accidents, police violence. Mm. Yeah, because when Mars is weak, control also over force, of overusing force, is also much less.
So it's like you have a wild horse without a driver, basically, now.
So each side, criminals, soldiers, policemen, they will need like more power of will to control this urge of using violence sometimes in certain situations. So this is important time for everybody to be stronger, to try to be stronger than usual. We have all we have to focus on that. Otherwise, we expect some problems of those that I just described. So in that regard, the occult help about Mars is considered, for instance, in Vedic astrology, to be wearing of a certain stone, which is red coral.
Red coral.
Also, if you wear dark red stone, also may be helping. This is of course not for everybody, but right now, for instance, especially those who have like strong Scorpio or Aries, which are in sidereal Sagittarius and Taurus, they will really probably need it in this moment. And these are their stones. But for me, the best remedy of a planet is to follow its principle, which is literally to try to be stronger, like going in the gym and having stronger power of will. That's it. Everything else is just helping somehow. And so this is about Mars, but there are many other things that are going on.
Good time, even though the closing cycle of Mars now is going to disappear, but it's a good time to start the workout routine.
So when Mars is becoming invisible and weak, definitely it's not a good time to start something new. Because in every topic, you will need strong Mars, even in love or whatever there is that you want to start. You need this energy that Mars symbolizes in order to be able to overcome whatever obstacles you may meet. So weak Mars is a symbol of failure. So don't start. Wait some time.
When do you wait to, like you said, you have to work out? And I'm thinking, well, if I start working out now.
About working out, okay, whoever is already late about doing this, he just has to start. He's already weak, so he must start in this moment. This is about working out. I was talking about new ventures in general. So, Mars will be invisible a long time. We'll talk again about this, of course. He will be invisible till the middle of December. If you remember, I was talking about like 2 years ago that things related to COVID will get under much more control when Mars starts to disappear. Actually, this is what?
It hasn't been 2 years since COVID started. A year. I know it.
The Mars cycle started in end of October 2019.
Yes, the cycle started, yeah.
He rose in Virgo in that time, which I predicted is giving danger of sicknesses and epidemics. And now Mars, who is ruling infectious diseases, is about to become weak, which you can see is actually something good in some regards, because this will mean that infectious diseases are not so much having the power. So now Mars is about to disappear, which about COVID means good things.
But to December, when it appears in Scorpio, and starts a 2-year cycle in the sign of Scorpio.
When it appears in Scorpio, okay, there are even more dangerous things than epidemics. We'll talk about that in that time. However, Mars now is disappearing. So in a way, this will mean also that some of the people who are like more aggressive or bad in a way, they're going through more difficult time and not being able to do so much harm also. This also is part of the description of the weak Mars right now. So in a way it's good. When Mars is in Cancer debilitated right now, this can definitely increase the national conflicts between nations. So what else? Another funny topic, so to say, is the eclipse. Oh, let's deal with the negative topics in the first part of the video. So, okay. So Mars is difficult now, and eclipse is coming. What's happening? So eclipse is coming, solar eclipse, on 10th of June. It will be in the sidereal signs in Taurus. So this is possible sign of some financial changes and even some crisis possibly happening in the next year or two. So this is one thing. Solar eclipse in Taurus.
So it's not immediate.
Not necessarily immediately. No. However, I have noticed that this eclipse will be like around 4 or 5 degrees before the position of Mars in the chart of USA, the astrological chart of USA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting. So, what to say? Mars in the chart of USA, in the way that I'm looking at, is in the last degree of Taurus, right between the stars that are symbolizing the tips of the horns of Taurus. And solar eclipse not far away from this place will definitely show at least some big financial conflicts and competition going on. And of course, some moment that is financially not so easy for the country. The biggest issue there is that this is Mars. Mars is ruling a place related to losses in the chart of USA. And another place, the 7th house of partnership. And it is also the planet of conflicts. So we can expect to see some more maybe financial losses going on, or bigger, let's say much bigger expenditure, which can be equal to losses also later. And issues and problems with the partners of USA, and even much bigger conflicts, let's hope not war. So the eclipse is exactly on the border of being really effective with Mars. So it's a little questionable how strong this will be as effect, but there will be some effect very clearly seen and felt, I think about Mars. So more conflicting time.
The states, part of the states, isn't it?
What?
The eclipse is visible from the states, I think, isn't it?
Yes, this is the next thing. So it's visible, however, it is considered that it will start somewhere in Canada, especially in Ontario. Again, Ontario was mentioned last time as a place that is suffering. Now, what to say? Canada can expect troubles for their political leaders, especially maybe the leader of the province Ontario, where the eclipse is starting. And then the eclipse will travel to the north. So in general, this eclipse will prove to be giving much more difficulties, obviously, for Canada for the next year.
Okay.
Politically, financially, and otherwise. But I think we'll see some immediate effects this month. Troubles for Canada only after 3 days.
Wow.
So we will see how this will work out, but definitely I think it will be like that. So watch the news.
Oh, you're still offering, Trifon is still offering a reading about all the eclipses, how they'll affect your personal chart. The eclipses of 2021, it's a big discount, and plus he decided to offer his 12 months predictive horoscope, which is 45 minutes at $60 discount. So you can check it out just for a couple of weeks. He offers those two special readings for personal readings, if anyone wants a personal reading with Trifon. Sorry, I just wanted to say that if people are interested in your readings. Carry on.
Okay, and for the yes, for America, the eclipse will happen in the 12th house. So the sun will be behind the rising sign at the moment when the eclipse is going on. So the 12th house will be accentuated by the eclipse. This means, because it's Taurus and 12th house, this means some more expenditure, some more financial losses that are felt by society. 12th house is also the society in general. So maybe there will be like more need about some financial support. It's possible. It's possible. Definitely. 12th house is definitely connected with people who are in situation that that they do not have the opportunity to move a lot, to change something. The 12th house can be like a prison.
Isn't it also refugees once they come?
Refugees, prisoners. So the eclipse definitely is affecting those topics in America, especially through financial means somehow. So worse situation is expected somehow for those people. And actually, however, this of course will lead to realizing the need of more social work and compassion. Definitely. For America, for other countries is something else. So only those people who have the eclipse very close to their ascendant, sun, moon, and some planets are really much affected. So don't worry too much if it is not needed. You can check this if you know how with astrological programs or with having a reading. So Taurus is also considered to be a sign related, according to different traditions, with Persia, which is today Iran and Iraq, and with the island of Cyprus, considered the birthplace of Aphrodite, which means Venus. And those countries, Iran, especially South Iraq and Cyprus, they can expect also some more troubles due to the effect of this eclipse. So, what else is going on? This month is so rich of events. We have also change of Mercury. So Mercury is changing so often in the year. This is another change. He is becoming direct planet, however not visible, on 22nd of June. But it's interesting the moment when he becomes direct planet. In that time, when Mercury becomes direct planet, the sun is in the highest place in the sky.
Mm-hmm. In the north.
Of course, throughout the year. So this position of Mercury will mean that someone who is in the highest possible position, or some more people, will change their minds, and they will start to think straight and make important decisions exactly in that moment.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Yes, so the sun, the ruler, in that time elevated, will have very good intentions to make important, in this case, financial decisions, as Mercury is in Taurus. Mm-hmm. So we will see important financial decisions coming in that time. Especially in USA, very many people are expecting something more to happen, like receiving benefits, I think. Oh. By the way, do you remember when we were talking about the comet Neowise?
Mm-hmm. And you
long ago.
Actually, usually comets are always negative, except if they have a silvery color. And you said this one had a silvery color. Silver.
Yes. So in this way, because it was with silver color, according to medieval astrologers who are taking their information from antiquity and from Egypt, including in Mesopotamia. The astrologer that was writing about this was Bonatti. He is 12th, 13th century. And he is saying that such comet with this color will bring some more prosperity on material level. And I can say that especially in USA and other also in the West, other places, in many places, not only the West, entire Europe and North America, I can say, the level of helping people, I think this never happened before. The help that people received from the governments, even if it's not enough. Actually, still it was something big. And there are plans that this can continue in some places, or at least rumors. So I can see that this part of the aspect, I think, is fulfilled, actually. So, Mercury becoming a little stronger and bringing important financial events, 22nd of June. However, he's still invisible, so don't be hasty to make very important financial movements yourself. Except if they are maybe hidden movements, hidden actions, as Mercury is still invisible. Mercury will become stronger next month, just to give you a hint. So, however, in the same days when the sun is becoming coming to the highest place in the sky possible for the sun, Mercury is becoming direct, but also another planet also is making station. So this means that the days starting with around 15th of June till 28th, 29th of June, they are much afflicted, influenced and ruled by Mercury, and however also Jupiter, as Jupiter is becoming retrograde in that time. So because Mercury and Jupiter are actually in signs that are good ones, Mercury in Taurus, Jupiter in Aquarius, this shows a beneficial time for the month, for many things. So between 15th and almost till the end of the month, when in the end of the month, Mars is setting. So when Mars is setting, this is really difficult and bad time. Don't plan anything important for the last 2-3 days of June, because Mars is becoming really malefic in that moment. However, before that, Jupiter and Mercury are blessing everybody with more knowledge, more understanding, ability to travel, and to have fun. As Jupiter, if you still remember this, is the planet of positivity, of having fun, of party, actually. When you, for instance, when you have the transit of the moon in the 9th house of your chart, you will notice how usually this is the time when you have party somewhere. And Jupiter is the principal ruler of the 9th house, which means the 9th sign of the natural zodiac. That's why when Jupiter and Mercury align their energies, this means much positivity around 20th of June for everybody. Much more social life, much more partying and fun and so on. And then comes Mars in the end of the month.
To end on a bang.
Yes. So something additional. One star related to leadership and business is rising 24th of June, and with those movements of 24th of around 24th and 22nd of Mercury and Jupiter, actually, if you really need some important moment to start new venture, this is in that moment, around 24th of this month. And so maybe the information will become too much. So I think this for now will be more than enough. of information.
Fascinating. Is July going to be a bit better?
We'll talk again. This is the time when Saturn and Mars will make the opposition. Also, Venus will enter the opposition. So we will discuss it more. But there are also positive events. Mercury will be in the strongest position throughout the entire year, exactly in July.
Okay. Can I ask you, I remember you telling me that you discovered that when a planet becomes invisible, usually we've also seen that if someone's been working on something, they can complete it then or see the results of their efforts.
Yes, but definitely it's important if the condition of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So when Mars is in this way, yes, many people and organizations will, that are related to Mars will see the result of their actions, which will be in this case not a good result.
Sorry. Okay. Just isn't it?
However, there is one thing that everybody who are interested in astrology must always know. This is a really difficult lesson for people who are astrology students, and this is that everything always is perfect. Remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Everything always is perfect, no matter what are the positions of the planets. There are deep reasons for everything that's going on, for every aspect. Every aspect is calculated there millenniums before that. Every
Before
aspect
the
that
creation of humanity, even with the creation of the system.
we can now calculate the aspects of the planets for thousands of years forth and back. So these are laws of universe. So whatever happens has a reason, and it's part of the steps on the path for each one of us. And later we'll show that it will be a necessary moment, no matter what's happening.
Thank you for reminding us this. And isn't the Olympics game starting with Mars in debilitation opposite Saturn and
obviously they will not start at all.
Yeah.
This condition.
Or maybe there will be poor performance or something like that. Who knows?
With this condition of Mars, probably they will not happen. There are already opinions that in Japan they don't want the Olympics, so we can easily see that this will be like that with this condition of Mars.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. And if anyone would like a cheery prediction from Trifon about their own horoscope for the next 12 months, actually, when he does personal horoscopes, it's much more positive. The next
Yes, I'm predicting very good things, given that you have the cycles in motion in your chart. So you can check.
Yes, he's very honest. Whatever he sees, he tells you. I mean, like we have many testimonials of him saving lives of people for warning them about illness or about some danger and them not doing whatever he warned them or listening to his advice and saving their lives. So that's also good.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Trifun. Looking forward to see you for next month. And well, may the eclipse be gentle on us, the whole world.
Yes, let's be gentle on everybody, definitely.
Bye bye.